All right. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic start to your AM. Happy Monday, I guess, right? Hope you're all doing well. Excited to be back, and hopefully we can get ourselves an interesting trading day here going. And yeah, we can still have an opportunity to take advantage of whatever volatility is in store for us here today. We'll see how things go. We'll see how things kind of shape up, and we'll continue to see if we can take advantage of whatever momentum is available to us. Been a good couple trading months. Honestly, it's been a pretty good trading period since like August. So long may it continue, and hopefully we can put together a strong trading day and we can get after it and have ourselves a little bit of fun. All right. So from an economic calendar perspective, right, we obviously have still just a whole crap ton of geopolitical stuff kind of hanging out here for us. We got some Powell speaking today. I'm not really too fussed. That starts at 10:30. Nothing else that I could see of interest tomorrow. Decent. We got JOLTS, PMI. Fine. So tomorrow's probably a bit more of a busier news day than today. But let's see. And then we keep going from there. So ES here, right? Red candle, increasing volume gap up. So 2 out of 3 to the downside with volume. And market high is like 90. All right, about that, 64.90. That's going to be the starting point here to the upside. Okay. And then to the downside here, 63.60. Jesus, 100 points. It's probably not realistic. We'll start it off at like 30 to the downside here. Okay. NQ, very similar, right? Red candle, increasing volume gap up. So 2 out of 3. $23.6 would be your target. We're at 23.5. I think 23.7's probably the number here. That's fine. Okay, and then downside, 23.1. Maybe a little bit aggressive. We're at 500. I'll call it 200. That gives me a lot of range, just in case. All right. CL, green candle, increasing volume, gap down. It's finally clearing last week's Monday's range. But again, 2 out of 3 to the upside with volume. Apple. 2 out of 3 to the downside. Tesla, 2 out of 3. Microsoft, same thing, 2 out of 3. All I got recently this morning. Amazon, red, increasing, gap up. Again, 2 out of 3 to the downside. Volume. AMD, green candle, decreasing volume, gap up. So 2 out of 3 the upside. NVIDIA, red, increasing, gap up. So again, 2 out of 3. Meta, red, decreasing, gap up. So 1 for 3. Netflix, inside bar. Google, red, decreasing, gap up. So again, 1 for 3. And then VIX, 29.74. So very, very elevated, right? Very, very interesting. Any questions here this morning? Yeah, there is no connection to trading view or trading bait, guys. Where the fuck did that idea come from? Like, who told you that's the case? That doesn't exist. All you need to do if you want to trade with your day trading funding prop firm account is you go onto the website, you click trade, you click launch platform, and then you execute your trades. Well, let's not start to make things up here and create tech issues for ourselves, please, right? Yes. All right, do you have any questions before we start here? All right. So if no questions before we start, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. I'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, guys, let's get after it here and see what markets have in store for us here today. Let's see how the game goes. Not a huge range, right? Pretty small opening range. Is it interesting though? Like we've seen it for the last 3 months, and we've been dealing with a quote unquote special operation. Like it's not out of the ordinary, right? Exactly what we expect. It'd be more interesting if it was like 15. Okay, let's see here. 20 seconds. So for now, you're looking at like a 49 or a 50 stop loss. I'm going to give this some time. Unfortunately, going to have to wait this out, not giving me the entry I wanted. YouTube should be there. I maybe just didn't post it in the backup link. But I do have YouTube active. Yeah, sorry guys. Sometimes I just forget to update the live link as the backup. Apologies. Okay, again, 3-min time frame. Looking at a 431. Let's see. I'll just say this, guys, right? Every day we've got people asking about the audio. 99% of the time, mine is working completely fine, right? So if you can't hear me, just refresh the screen. That's what you're going to be asked to do anyway. Why ask someone else what to do when you already know what to do, right? Shows closes. So now you're targeting like 300, right? Okay, so we're looking at a 402 stop loss for now. Might not pull back in to where we're looking. Okay, so let's see how this behaves here. Okay, guys, I'm in 394.75. Oh. Okay, took the stop. Minus 550. We'll potentially try that again. That kind of looks like the fake out now, unfortunately. 405. Give it a sec. Okay. All right, guys, I am in. Average price 396. Come on, behave. Having a few trust issues with this. Okay, well, now I feel better. Okay, see if this can close strong. We want it to see it close under low of day now, right? That's our like area. Oh, this is starting to go in faster than I expected territory. Let's see how this closes. Come on, show me some strength here. Oh, I was just thinking, guys, we might need to do it like the NDP party in Canada here and get everyone. What were the cards called? I'm a pathetic pussy card. To speak, I don't know what it was exactly. All right, so not the best close. I maybe would have expected a little bit more volume. Like, it's a good candle, but it's also a pretty big move we've had at this point. I'll give it one more second here. Like, I'm kind of just paranoid that the speed of which it's going to reverse might be faster than the speed that it broke down, right? And that's the concern. See if we can get one more decent flush here. Come on. Okay, so watch this close, right? This might be your signal to get out, unfortunately. If it holds under low of day, better. Oh, good close. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to focus here on just getting out anyway. So I'm out. Exit price 53.25, 53.25. Not because the thesis was dead or whatever, but that's a good size move. We've exceeded our quote unquote expected volatility on that based on the opening range. So I'm pretty happy to just take, you know, odd 50 points just about. That's a pretty good day. It's a pretty good start. Yeah, feel pretty good. Yeah, I feel pretty good about where we closed. Those, I think, the right decision. Sweet. How's everyone feeling? That's amazing, Jack. Yeah. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. I didn't quite close the exact low, but still pretty good. Look, one thing, guys, I want to stress here, right? That's very important. Yeah. Like, as much as I'm here to show you how to trade and to do all these sort of things, right? I can do all of that, but it still requires you to think and act for yourself, right? Like, I am never the person to tell you to enter a position, to exit a position. I'm not here telling you guys what to do or forcing you to do anything. All of those things, right, are fundamentally your choice and something that you're responsible for. As much as my responsibility is to make you money trading, my primary responsibility is to get you to think, behave, and act like a trader. If we don't do those things, it doesn't really matter how well or how many wins I have or whatever it is, right? All those things will just get in the way and you will sabotage your ability of being successful. The other thing, right, that we need to be aware of here is that is fundamentally your responsibility. No amount of one-on-one calls, no amount of emails, no amount of calling me directly on a Saturday is going to fix any of those things for you, the trader. And it would be really amazing, right, if we could all meet halfway here and understand the split of responsibilities. Because this job, guys, becomes really unfun and honestly really stressful and really unenjoyable when I become like the blame game or the excuse or the like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, whatever. That makes it really challenging, right? And like, it for me last week, like, I got into a pretty serious accident and like I didn't feel as if I could take the time to go rest, right? Like the day where I was concussed and knocked out and trying to deal with it, people were calling me demanding that I stream the next day. That really sucks. So like this doesn't work if I feel like I'm working for you guys, right? As much as it is. And like I work really hard. I put in a lot of hours and I put in a lot of effort into this. Right? And so the objective of that is not, okay, I'm going to work really, really hard so I can make X person rich. Right? Like my job isn't that. Like that's ultimately like your own personal responsibility. It's like I need you guys to meet me halfway here, right? It wasn't just one person, Dave. Like I already feel always quite guilty just taking time off. Like, yeah, I do feel generally pretty guilty about that. So if I have to feel like guilty, guys, when I'm dealing with some medical stuff or I'm hurt or I'm like literally throwing up because my concussion is so bad, and now I have to feel guilty about that, like that's really not cool. Well, no, it's not that anyone said anything like whatever, but like I do care about my job, guys, right? So if there's outside pressure and there's outside things that are like, you got to trade because I didn't make any money today, like, that's really difficult, right? I don't offer or have any recommendations specific for trade copiers, right? There's I don't have the ability to support third-party tools, guys. You guys, let's please keep the communication on topic. My thoughts, Mandy, are that I'm not going to do anything else here today, right? Made 50 points, risking 7. Like expectation. Like my expectation is that I won't be able to do better than what I've already done. All right. The reset for take profit, right, is to reset back to your live account, not back to an evaluation. So the premium they're charging you is to not have to do an eval again. Well, I mean, it's a simple math equation, right? How much does an evaluation cost? Right? Probably costs what, like $150? Something like that. So they're basically saying 1 in 5, right? Like, do you have a better odds of than 1 in 5 of getting to a live account again? Right? That's basically what it's saying. Take the number divided by the cost of the evaluation divided by the reset fee. And that's what they're telling you, right? So it's like just a simple expected value equation. I mean, our ribs are pretty sore, pretty nicely broken rib, I think. So that hurts quite a bit. Makes it really hard to sleep. I'm a side sleeper. Nice work, Greg. No, I got hit by a car. No, I was just walking. Yeah, well, police are still trying to find the individual, so we'll see. Not holding my breath. No, firm is my business is incorporated in the U.S. Yeah, realistically, guys, like I said, I'm not going to place any further trades. Good day, done in 40 minutes. Like, I don't need to do anything else. You want to keep trading, please go ahead. But I'm good. No, concussion's fine. Like, headache's gone. It's just, yeah, my right hand is kind of messed up still. And my ribs freaking hurt. You know what the devastating was thing, David, right? Like you think, oh, my dog, I mean, he loves me. He's sleeping at my feet right now. But you think, okay, I'm hurt. I got knocked out. Like, oh, I'm going to be okay. Like, my dog is going to be looking after me. He's going to be all cuddly buddly. And as I'm laying on the ground trying to like figure out what the hell just happened, he was out there getting a belly rub from like one of the bystanders that came to my aid. So this little guy's like, all right, my guy's gone. I gotta find a new home, and he moved on so fast. It was devastating. So I was sitting there, like that was the thing that hurt the most. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, exactly. It is no fun, David. It's been a long time since I've gotten like hurt. Yeah, guys, the deep chart is completely fine. These? You mean these words? Well, if you would have watched the first 15 minutes of the stream here today, you would have seen me manually draw those in, right? This is my trading plan so that people can visualize what I'm looking at. So it's like, no, TradingView is not going to update that for you automatically because these are just my notes, right? Yeah, Jared. So like I mentioned last week multiple times, and I'm sure I'll mention it again this week. Still don't have an integration, guys, to the trading hub yet through Deep Webs, right? We'll have one set up and put together for you guys here eventually, but it's just a low priority item. Just bear with me, please. So JS Woodruff, I would watch the videos on how to close trades or like what to look for. The difference between when I close trades and when most people close trades is I get that feeling and then I wait for the candle to close, right? That's the thing. So most people, they get a panic and then they're like, okay, I got to act on this immediately. I wait a minute and 15 seconds to see if I have to make a decision, right? Like the reality here is that you don't need to believe every thought you have during the trading day. Most of them are not designed to actually make you any money. So it's, okay, I've got a thought. I don't know if it's true or not. How can I buy myself time to make that decision? And then it's about judging the candlesticks, right? Did I get a strong candle? Did I get a strong volume profile? Did I hold lower lows or hold higher highs? If the answer is yes, then okay, sweet. I was lying to myself. I don't need to close this yet. I can delay that decision. If the answer is no, then okay, sweet. My instinct was correct, and now I should look for my entry, or I should look for my exit. So at some point, right, it's a conscious decision to listen to your impulses. And if you just are more deliberate over when you're going to make that decision, then it's a lot easier to avoid those impulses. The other element, right, is a big part of closing trades early is because the P&L becomes too much for you, right? We often talk about how P&L can impact you negatively, right? Or your position sizing can impact you negatively. Well, most of the time, people only view that as a negative, right? Okay, if I lose $500, I'm going to lose my cool. I'm not going to be able to do it. But it also goes to the flip side, right? Where, okay, if your position sizing is too big and you make that $500 or whatever is that number in your head, well, you'll just trade that number. You won't trade the technique, right? And so you'll artificially basically bottleneck yourself because of your position sizing. And yeah, like I don't mean to be an asshole here, just to base off of Olivia's comments. But guys, I added up like 70% of my trades from start to finish. Like every trade that is longer than a minute gets turned into a video, right? And all of those trades get uploaded to YouTube. Every single one of them. And they all get posted here in our platform. And those videos get like 12 views, right? So there are a million resources. You know, if you upload your trades to the website and you go into the trade replay feature, it'll show you how price action behaved second by second, 5 minutes before your entry and 5 minutes after your exit. So again, like you guys have all these tools you could possibly use, but it's not a question of like technical ability for everyone. It's I don't trust myself enough to execute my technique, right? So most people think that it's, oh, I got to solve this technical problem. It's something in my trading. It's my entries. It's my exits. It's whatever. And they use that as a boogeyman instead of looking at the things that actually are costing them money, which is their psychology. And instead of changing the things, they just like try to squeeze that neck even harder. And it just creates more and more pressure. Things get worse and worse and worse. And it becomes this like helpless feeling because you're not trading, you're trading your emotions, right? You're not trading the chart, you're trading your emotions. So that will always feel like a roller coaster. That will always feel extremely volatile because your emotions are not like a repeatable process. They're just something that occurs once you're in a position. Like at some point here, it's not a what can Michael do to fix it, or what technical thing can fix it, or what prop firm or what trade copier or whatever. None of those things. It's a look internal and figure out why I so easily give up control over my decisions. And the second we start thinking about, okay, how can I remain in control, not how can I be green, the more green you'll find because you finish green by being in control, right? Let's go, Darren. Nice work. Yeah, we had our first payout last night, guys. Well, every stream is posted. I'm not quite sure if I understand your question, Theo. For 500. So yes, Mandy, that feature is used, but it just depends, right? Like there's a time cutoff here. It's not one of those things that will capture 100% of every single trade. So sometimes it's going to miss stuff, right? It's just part of it. No, you have 3 minimum days you have to trade. There's no maximum period. Right? There's no maximum. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, Joe. I do love me some hollandaise sauce. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to I'm trying not to rip you guys off, right? In the same way that like buying a new account with your members discount is cheaper than a reset. Like I'm not going to make any money from this, guys, right? Like I'm not going to make any money from any of you until you're live. Yeah, I feel pretty good about not chasing any of this garbage here. You use the code that's in yellow and you go on daytraderfunding.com and you purchase up to 5 accounts. Any other questions here? Any other questions? You can buy up to 5 accounts. I appreciate that, Joe, but I'll go harass someone in town instead. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be placing any other trades here today. Like I'm done. All right, so I'm going to go final call for questions here. Final call for questions. No, a new downtrend, we'd want to see a break and hold under the low of day, right? ORB stands for opening range breakout. So setup abs, right, would be a break close or a break under low of day. Confirmation would be a break close and hold under 292.75 on increasing outlier volume. So no, guys, I am not refunding any further prop from evaluations. Right? Can't have it both ways. So it's either the discount or nothing now, right? Or like I can charge you guys all full price, right? So pick and choose. But so exactly like I just said, right? I think that was extremely clear. There are no more refunds, right? I think that was exceptionally clear. And guys, we're participating in the purest form of capitalism. No, B-Dog, you get your prop from accounts. You set them up with the coupon code that's on my screen, and you can get absolutely whatever you're purchasing, but just through my company. We will not refund third party or other companies. Again, like, let's stop cosplaying as communists here and stop looking for handouts and start actually behaving like capitalists here. Maybe getting that right mindset instead of looking for handouts will make you a better trader. Like, that socialism bullshit is bullshit. No, I'm not saying you're out of hand, but explained it very clearly and just explained everything there too, right? So like at some point, guys, we have to go take it for ourselves, right? Oh. All right, Gary, go read the emails, man. It's all there. I'm done explaining this. I'll see you guys tomorrow.